Thank you. And we've had quite a few exchanges on this, and on each occasion you tell me that dealing with the legacy of the past is a major priority, and that both you and the Taoiseach have raised this matter with the British Prime Minister and also with the Secretary of State, stressing the importance. And in December, the Taoiseach's answer was assuring us that he would pursue all possible avenues. The 3 motions, as you say, were conveyed to the British Government, but nothing has been progressed on the Irish request for that independent international review of all the relevant documentation. Now, the Barron report went a certain distance, as did the McEntee report, despite the absence of all the documentation. The reason being, A, the British Government didn't cooperate in handing over documents, they're still not cooperating, and B, the Irish Government, no Irish Government has pursued this matter with the full vigour that it requires. And my question is, where exactly are you in finding a formula that would allow the undisclosed documents to be made available to an international judge or a similar person? Thank you, Deputy Minister.
I have to say, Cathaoirleach, that I share the concern of Deputy Sullivan, and it is a matter of regret to me that we haven't made greater progress on this long outstanding issue. By way of update, let me assure Deputy O'Sullivan that officials of the respective governments are indeed exploring possible ways forward that would be mutually acceptable. These exploratory discussions are underway and are continuing, and we will continue to actively engage with the British Government in order to seek a satisfactory response. There have been a number of appalling cases from the Troubles where truth and justice have been secured only after decade-long campaigns by victims, by families, by survivors, by civil society and by government. The Dublin Monghan campaign is now one of the longest such campaigns, and this must make us all the more determined to continue to pursue the matter of the full truth, however long it takes. I wish to assure Deputy O'Sullivan and indeed the House that we're fully committed to doing this, as reflected in our programme for government and our consistent action and engagement on this issue.
You will have a further minute. Final minute for you, Deputy.
Yes, it's hard to accept that the British Government are still considering ways that can adequately address the motions and be consistent with its obligations, which is their official jargon. But my question is, what about their obligations to the truth, and what about their obligations to justice for the victims and the families? And advising and being concerned have not brought the Justice for the Forgotten group any closer to justice. And I put it to you that supposing the British Parliament had passed 3 motions calling on the Irish Government to release certain documents, would the British Parliament be waiting 43 years for those documents to be released? And I'm asking that this year, the 17th of May, that between now and then, that vigour that is required for that international judge to be appointed, even the process to begin of naming some names that might be acceptable to both the Irish and British governments, and Justice for the Forgotten. And I really have to acknowledge the group, Justice for the Forgotten, because they have been forgotten only for their persistent efforts.
Thank you very much, Deputy. Dead on time.